Welcome back to my channel. My name is Salim Mubarak, Junior Consultant, National Skill Training Institute, Calicut. Today we are going to discuss another chapter in Workshop Calculation and Science. The chapter name is Metals. It is a mineral used in all work of engineering. So metal is a mineral used in all work of engineering, as small as needle and as big as machine, bridges, aeroplane. Everywhere we are using metals. So there is a two main properties of metal is there. One is physical properties and other one is mechanical properties. So physical properties, there is a mainly 6 physical properties is there. One is weight of the metal, then construction, how it is constructed, and what is the color of the metal, what is the color of the metal, then conductivity, what is the conductivity of that metal, and other one is magnetization. So what is magnetization? Is a property of metal by which the metal became a magnet. And other one is fusibility. What is a fusibility? The property of by which a metal turns into liquid. That is a mainly 6 physical properties is there. Then what is a mechanical properties? There is a important 8 mechanical properties there. So first one is elasticity. What is the elasticity? Property of the material to undergo deformation on the application of forces on it and to regain the original shape when the forces are withdrawn. So when you're applying force on a material, it undergo the deformation. When you're removing the force, what will happen? It is regain the original shape. That is elasticity. Next one is plasticity. What is the plasticity? The property of material that enables it to undergo permanent deformation. That is a permanent deformation at a certain stage of working. Okay, that is not a return to the original shape. It will be permanent deformation. That is property is known as a plasticity. And the third one is ductility. What is a ductility? Property which enables a material to be drawn out by a tensile force without friction. Drawn out to make a small piece like that is known as ductility. And other one is brittleness. The material having very little property of deformation, either plastic or elastic, they will readily break at any point. That is property is known as a brittleness. And the other one is toughness. What is a toughness? Property of a material due to which it has an ability to resist fracture due to high impact loads like hammer blows. Okay, so you have to understand what is a just understand what is a definition. Okay, the next one is the hardness, the ability of a metal to cut another metal, that is known as a hardness. Other one is malleability. What is mean by malleability? The quality of something that can be shaped into something else without breaking. You can change the shape without breaking. That is known as a malleability. Next one is tenacity, the property due to which a material can resist the effect of tensile force without tearing. That is known as a tenacity. So elasticity, plasticity, ductility, brittleness, toughness, hardness, malleability, tenacity. There is a 8 mechanical property and 6 physical properties there. Okay, so then we are going to the classification of metals. There is a mainly 2 type of metal is there. One is ferrous metal and another one is non-ferrous metals. So what is the ferrous metal? Metals that contain major part of iron and contain carbon. So it is containing ferrous metal means it contain major part as iron and also it contain carbon atom. Okay, so they have iron properties. So the ferrous metals show the iron properties such as rusting, magnetization, like that. Okay, the example is pig iron, mild steel, nickel, like that. That is an example of ferrous metals. The next one is non-ferrous metals. metal that do not contain iron or carbon, that is known as a non-ferrous metal, do not have a property of iron. They do not have a property of iron. Example, the copper, aluminum, like that. Okay. The next two terms in this mine. What is a mine? A mine is a place where deep holes and tunnel are dug under the ground in order to obtain a mineral such as coal, diamond, or so a mineral or like that. You are getting from the mine. It is a hole. So it is a hole dug under the ground. So under the ground we are making the holes or tunnel to collect minerals such as coal, diamonds, or coal, diamonds, like that. Okay. Then what is the next one? Ore. What is ore? It is a natural rock or sediment that contain one or more valuable minerals, typically metals, that can be mined. So what is the ore? It is a natural rock or sediment that containing one or more valuable minerals, typically metals that can be mined. That is known as a ore. Okay. So next we are going to the ores of iron. Ores of iron, what are there is a five main ores of iron is there. One is hematite, magnetite, limonite, siderite, pyrite. Once again, hematite, magnetite, limonite, siderite, pyrite. So what is hematite? So hematite chemical formula is Fe2O7. So hematite is a ore of iron. It is a chemical formula is Fe2O7. There is a impurity is there. It is a iron. It contain oxygen atom. So Fe2O7. The contain when you're taking the hematite, it contains 60 to 65 percentage of iron. Only 60 to 65 percentage of iron. The specific gravity of hematite is 4.9 to 5.3. Okay. It is normally found in Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Mysore, and Orissa. That is normally you are seeing the hematite ore. Next one is magnetite. What is the chemical formula? It is Fe3O4. It contains 70 to 73 percentage of iron, and you can see in India, Canada, America. You can see the magnetite ore. Next one is limonite. It is FeOOH This is a common chemical formula. FeOOH containing 60 percentage of iron. Okay, this contains 45 percentage of water also. So when you're taking the limonite ore, 14.5 percentage is water also it contain. So it is found in France, Belgium, Germany. Is in European country. It is normally found. Limonite is normally found in European countries. Next one is siderite. What is the siderite? The chemical formula is siderite chemical formula FeCO3. FeCO3. It contains 40 to 43 percentage of iron. The specific gravity is 3.85 percentage, found in England, Australia, and Germany. Next one is pyrite. So chemical formula is FeS2, containing 47 percentage of iron. Okay, it contain also some quantity sulfur also. So there is a mainly five types of iron ore is there. They are discussed. You have to study mainly the chemical formula. Hematite is Fe2O7, magnetite is Fe3O4, limonite is FeOOH2O, siderite FeCO3, pyrite FeS2. So sulfur contained iron ore is pyrite. Okay. So the next one is the process. You can see some array box. You can see that process of iron ore, iron from iron ore, obtaining iron from iron ore. There is a 6-step is there. So iron husk means iron small piece, iron ore will be there. It is broken into the small pieces. The first is the iron husk. It is broken into the small pieces. So it is iron husk means it is a iron ore obtained from the mine, that is known as iron husk. Then first it is broken into small pieces. Okay, then the process is dressing or concentration. That will be discussed in the next one. Okay, dressing or concentration. What is a dressing? Dressing is, there is a mainly 4 type dressing is there: hand picking, washing, froth flotation, magnetic separation. Okay, it is a 4 classification of dressing or concentration. So this is a 4 method you can use in the 4 method we are using depends on the ore. So normally by dressing process, what will happen? Impurities like rock, clay, sand washed off by this process. So dressing or concentration process, there is a mainly 4 uh, process is there. One is hand picking, washing, froth flotation, magnetic separation. So here what we will do, impurities like rock, clay and sand is attached with the ore. Attached with the ore is washed off by this process. And also the process is also known as enrichment of ore. The ore concentration will be improved. The next one is calcination. So by this calcination process, moisture is removed. What is the calcination? It is the process in which the ore is heated to high temperature below the melting point of metal in absence of air or limited supply of air. So it is mainly it is absence of air, it is heated. The change that take place during the calcination is what is the moisture and water from the hydrated ore or volatile impurities and organic matter are removed. Moisture will be removed, water will be removed, volatile impurities and organic matter are removed or became porous So in calcination process, mainly the moisture will be removed. Then it is added, after the calcination, the ore will be added into the blast furnace. So when you're adding the blast furnace, we are adding some hard coke and the calcium stone or CaCO3 with the ore to the blast furnace. Then we are heating in the blast furnace. Okay, so when you are heating the blast furnace, when you are heating, the carbon dioxide, sulfur, arsen, some gas will be removed, and then it will be become pig iron plus slag. Slag means impurity. Okay, the slag will be weightless, so it will be in the upper, then it is removed and only pig iron will be you have to collect the pig iron. So in blast furnace you are getting the pig iron. Okay, so the important thing we have to discuss, what is the working in the blast furnace. So it is a blast furnace, you can see that blast furnace. Here we are adding iron ore, so iron ore plus coke and limestone or calcium stone, that is a process here. Okay, then when you're adding this one, here you will be hot air blast. So here is a blast furnace, mean we are adding hot air blast here. Hot air we are applying here. Okay, so molten iron will be there, molten slag will be there. It is a weightless, it will be upper. So it will be top, and we can collect the slag through this hole and the molten iron through this hole. Okay, then gas will be, hot gas will be removed through these two holes. Okay, we are adding the coke and iron ore and limestone here. Hot waste gases will be flow through these through holes. We are adding hot air blast here. Okay, so process is discussing iron ore, coke and calcium stone are put through hopper into the furnace. That is a hopper, it is a hopper through the furnace. We are adding the iron ore, coke and calcium stone. The furnace is heated, then furnace will be, we are heating by the air blast we are applying, it is a heated. Top 600 degree and bottom will be 1500 degrees Celsius. Here will be 400 to 600 will be there. Here will be 1500 to 1800 degree will be there. Coke work as a fuel. Here coke means carbon conductive work as a fuel. So it will be help to fire. It will be help to fire that one, that melt. It will be help to melt the iron ore. Okay, calcium stone helps to melting iron ore. So calcium stone we are added, that will be helps in melting iron ore. Carbon monoxide gas is formed on heating of iron ore. So when you heating the iron ore, but calcium monoxide will be formed. Okay, that will be removed through this, it will be passes through this hole, this two hole. Okay, at 1000 degree non-ferrous metal become slag. Okay, so at 1000 degree non-ferrous metal become, it will be slag. So non-ferrous metal become slag and it will be placed here, it will be removed, and then ferrous metal become melt and it will be, you can collect through these holes. Okay, so it is a blast furnace. Here mainly we are heated up to the 1800 degree. 1000 degree it will be the slag or impurity become a melted form, it will be placed here, and 1400 degree will become the iron, or will iron will be melted here, so it will be collected here. So you can take the iron through here and the slag through this portion, this hole. Okay, this is the first part of the metal, and next there is a classification of iron. So we got the iron, then there is a different type of iron is there: pig iron, cast iron, wrought iron, and steel, like that. So that will be discussed in the next class. Okay, thank you.